What's up, guys? Welcome to this new video where I go to analyze the second match for the Slifer Red Brackets for Got to Europe Academy League. This time we start second. So this is my first hand. So as I said, Kaiko is not the best card for starting in Warrior theme. I didn't know what Thanasis was playing. Starts with a good hand against me, Royal Decree and Pot. Very strong, maybe not Nobleman or Kaiku. They're not very good, but you know, this card is absolutely enough to win. So I decided to set two cards. Then I draw the Hout for Royal Decree. But as I said, I didn't know his deck. So there, I think I made a misplay. I should be more. I should have paid more attention and don't waste Typhoon because such a good card. I select book, not a great play. Then I go for Kaiko just because I'm not afraid to lose hit at the start of the game because I don't think it's too strong. Then I for 1800 set one card. Where activating Royal Decree, my hand sucks against Royal Decree. I have 3 traps, just a level 2 and Kaiku that in this moment is a discard just to make some damage, but so he sets for Spy and Typhoon. I think set Spy is a good option against Warrior when he use Kaiko because it makes not you are not no more able to use Blade Knight, so setting Spy, even though Spy can afford the battle with Blade Knight, I don't think if it's a good idea starting with, you know, you have no monsters in the grave, you can afford another 1800 and maybe wait some turns in order to wait that I maybe I can waste a good card against Spy, you know, where is not a great deck to a TK, so there was, I think maybe you could play Kaiko and wait if he was afraid of an OTK, even though Warrior is not able. So I use level 2 and go over Spy, bit for 1800 and pass the turn. I didn't decide to set because I want to feel free to use Eevee Storm and don't lose 2 cards. Then this card, okay, he saw just 2 cards, like Decree and Tsukuyomi, both together can literally win alone this match. These 2 cards against Warrior. So he went for level 2. I don't know why he has no set monsters. And then go for, okay, maybe because you go for a crazy swap, so you wanted to keep Kaibo. Yes, this is okay. Now I understand. I understand why he chooses Kaiko. Great choose because now I have to deal with an 1800 monsters and 4 card in my hand, and no card in my deck can go over Kaiku. Only the Blade Knight, but have to set 3 of my 4 cards. There I was obliged to go for. I know that he has Tsukuyomi. I don't know if there I can do something else. Maybe wait some turn. I don't know. I don't know. I decided to go for Blade and set 3. The 2 traps in order to have Burial. I wanted just to win beating him. So I want to keep Burial to recover my Blade Knight after that he will be destroyed by Tsukuyomi in the second turn. So I beat Kaiku. It makes 200 damage. There you do ring. That's current in this situation. When obviously, and then use knock. This is a good play against Warrior in order to have some value from this card. He bid for 1100. Then I drew. Okay, this drew was really strong because if I Don Zalung can deal with Tsukuyomi and also discarding one card, I can make a greater card advantage. In this case, my card advantage sucks because 3 cards are impossible, are not available, are unavailable. Okay, so I can deal with Tsukuyomi and discard 1 card. So I was feeling very good in this situation. But he has too much card for dealing with Don Zalung 2 cards, so it was not enough. Even though I think I catch I think there I catch Tribe, okay, but it was not enough. He summon Kaigu and go over my Don Zalu without problem, and banish 2 monsters, level 2, and the other Kaigu. Then I drew for a Kaigu. This was a great drew because I can go for a 1-for-1 Kaigu versus Kaigu and use Burial to recover my Don Zalug. Hope to taking back my Don Zalug, and in this situation I will be able to discard 1 card from his hand, and also I can deal with Tsukuyomi even though I would not take it, even though I would not discard it. But you go for with Space Typhoon, so I lost my opportunity. So I go for a 1-for-1 just because I knew that he has Tsukuyomi. Maybe there I could play a little bit differently. Maybe I could wait to resolve Burial. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I could wait to resolve Burial and keep Kaiku in my hand. I don't know. They're pretty death draw. Not good. Results. There we go for 1400. That's most. Then I try for 400 damage, but I cannot deal. This he go for Moth, resolving Moth, drew 2 cards, snatch, and there was nothing to do in this game. There was nothing to do because if you have Royal Degree against me and I do all trap draws and I draw only traps, I cannot deal with such situation that worsening if you have Tsukuyomi in your hand. So there I mean for a defeat. Where I didn't see before siding I didn't see Scapegoat. I saw swap and Royal Decree, so I was pretty sure that it was a control. But I decided to not side in Wangu. Pretty good draw. He has not a great hand. I decided to go for a spy just because if he kept nobleman in his deck and knock the spy, it's a favor for me because he will lose all his spies. So you go for a set, 2 set, 1 scape, 1 book. Then I drew DD. There I was thinking that he has one again Decree. I went for Don Zalung. I tried to beat for 1400 in order to discard 1 card, but he has deactivated Scapegoat. Then you go for Metamorphosis. Decided to take Don Zalung. I don't think it's a good play. I will choose for a spy. Then he beat also the spy, so I don't know why he wanted to resolve my flip effect. Maybe he thought that it was just a fake flip monster. I don't know. There I kept a little bit of advantage. Draw Dust Tornado. Dust Tornado is really good when opponents didn't activate the decree because I can chain it after the decree activation. So I decided to go for 2 cards. I don't know, maybe I could go just for a tornado. Then I go for book, set Ter, and went for DD Warrior Lady. I don't know, there he made the right decision, but I don't know, maybe he thought that was another flip monster. A good draw. Rota is, I think, one of the best cards in this format. I drew for Exiled and try to avoid future there. Then set Ring because I want to keep both spy. Then you go for Storm. I have to use my judgment. Okay, then you go for Tribe. Good play. Results Tribe. I took 1600. There I was quite afraid because he has a lot of advantage. 1 set card. Was a little bit afraid, but I drew Snatch Steal, great card because now I can deal with Scapegoat, even though I didn't know what was the set card. Snatch Steal makes me feel too bit. Then I go for 1600. He set Spy. Fortunately, I drew my Reinforcement of Army and go for level 2. I think this card is it's broken. It's broken because you can choose what card do you want in every type of situation, every kind of situation. You choose the card that is the best in that situation. So go for level 2. Spy sucks. And then go directly for 1600. You have to resolve Scapegoat in the end because I I had Tribe on the field. Then I go for a meta. Resolve in turn, but I have Ring of Destruction that saves me. Drew for Charity, great Drew. I want to keep one card to deal with Decree, but I remember that I had Dust Tornado, so there's no problem. I drew another Dust Tornado, and I decided to discard Storm and Dust Tornado, and then discard the Breaker for Tribe effect, so that I could beat directly with Kaiku and keep it on the field, and avoid Chaos Monsters. And then I choose Sakura's Armor in order to deal with maybe, you could summon some big monsters and I have no defense, so maybe one Zombira. One Zombira beating Tribe and have just Kaiko with 1800 and Swordsman with 900, not enough, so I decided to go for an armor. Storm was already in the grave, so yeah, I decided to discard these cards because I can deal with Decree. I need just one card to deal with Decree, and there's no more problem. So then set Sahu and go for a game. Now I decided to side out my Chudas Tornado and side in one Mobius. I don't think it's a good idea siding Sakura's Armor when you have Royal Decree. I don't know. Could have a better card in this situation, such as Zombira. Now I go for Allure. So in this situation, I go for Pot and hoping to draw a card to deal with the set monster in order to don't use Nobleman and lose immediately my second Gravekeeper Spy. But then I decided to go for it just because if it is a Gravekeeper Spy, I can banish all his Gravekeeper Spy and keep mine. Was not. I go for a Sasuke and beating directly for 1800, but he resolves Ring. Then I set Sakura's Armor just in case, maybe play Isidine to Spirit Reaper and beat directly. So I decided to go for it, but he resolves the second Decree. Okay, there, I don't know why he decided to resolve Breaker. Maybe it could be, okay, maybe you are afraid of a Snatch Steal, and maybe next turn I can Snatch Breaker and then resolve his effect and destroy your Royal Decree. I think that you can beat for 1900 instead of just 1600, and because there's no card that I can chain to Breaker. Let's assume that it could be Book. It doesn't change nothing. You have only to, doesn't change nothing. Resolve Breaker. I don't know. There, choose the cards again, but I have a Spy that it will give me more turn. Fortunately, he draw for a Magician of Fate, but fortunately, he has no spell in the graves. There, I drew Snatch. Maybe if he decided to leave the counter on the Breaker, would be broken. But I didn't understand why this. Maybe to summon some fusion monsters. There no effect, obviously. There's no reason to resolve. There, good draw. Good draw. I drew Mobius. I resolved Spy. I was not afraid of Torrential, so I go Hardly, and then I can deal with Decree and looking for a scapegoat, because in this situation with this card I can go for an ATK. I can go for an ATK, so I was waiting to see if he has a scapegoat in order to understand how I should have moved. So he resolved scapegoat. Then I was making some maths, but I realized that it was not enough. He will remain with 200. I didn't want to leave him a Black Luster on the field that he could easily steal with 1000. So I decided to just beat Breaker and a token. So he set a monster and he set Sakuretsu armor. There, I don't know. I didn't want to resolve Moth. Then I drew Kaiko, so I feel quite confident. So I decided to sum him, just because if he has a Torrential now, could be a good opportunity to use it. But didn't have nothing, so I decided to go for Black Luster and resolve the Prio and banish it, just to deal with Mirror. Then I beat every token. I was not afraid to beat with Kago, just because he has no light in a grave. I think it was a mistake, because you know, you could just set them off and then resolve Metamorphosis, and or maybe discard Thunder Dragon. So not a great, but you know, when there is Kaiko on the field, it's difficult to summon a Chaos Monster. Their tribe. I was thinking if let him resolve the Prio and declaring the monster. He decided to go for Warrior first, so I decided to not resolve Ring, just because it was useless. Maybe he decided to go first for Spellcaster, then I would chain Ring in order to keep my my Black Luster, but then I remember that I have a Call of the Hunted and a Ring of Destruction, Snatch Steel, so I was quite confident that next turn I will win the game. So go for knock, useless, was doing some math, and then go for snatch, calling back Black Luster, beat for 1600, 300, and then resolve Ring on Tribe, obviously, and win the game. So bye, see you on for the final match for the red bracket.